Prepare for battle.
Oh, I didn't enable cheats. Fuck.
Travel on.
Gotta do it again.
All pick.
Shadow Priest.
Prepare for battle.
The dagger that dazzles. Wait for me. A spiritual journey. I'm with you. Shadows keep you.
Alright. So, as a support, the most important thing you have to do for your carry is to make sure that your creep line or the creeps should be in this area right here. Not under tower and not like somewhere here, which is closer to the enemy tower. Same thing goes for if you are dire, right? Or your dire support, you have to make sure that your creeps are somewhere in this line. They shouldn't go here, because when they're here, it's the offlane gets more gold and more experience because it's safer for him to farm. But if it's here, he's completely out of position. So you can just come like this and kill him. Cut off his escape route and stuff like that, right? So that's the same thing in this side of the map too. Let me actually get rid of the music. Alright, no music, it's better. So, let's see. Let's block the wave. The wave by default is going to be here, right? So, let's try to deny this wave.
Of course.
Wave push. So what happens is the range creep does the highest damage, okay, out of all, just 23 damage.
From shadow to shadow.
So you have to make sure that your range creep dies. And things you can do is make sure, like this. So this wave is gonna push again. It sucks. I need another hero, an enemy, to actually show this to you. So you have to make sure that your creeps are fewer or the same. So this is lane equilibrium. If you just leave it there, the creeps are always going to meet here. So you have to make sure that your creeps die faster than the enemy creeps. When that happens, the wave pushes. So now the creepy equilibrium should be somewhere here, I hope. Guess not, it's going to push again. So slowly it's coming here. If I keep denying, it will do that more. So if there's an enemy standing here, you can pull aggro. If you're a carry, you can pull aggro and make a range creep die. That's how you get creep equilibrium. So the wave is pushing now, right? Okay, so what you can do is you can start pulling. The one thing you can do is stack. Normal thing, you can stack, right? You stack. So let's push the wave.
Who needs dark light? Pretty. Do the wave.
Ready, pushing, right? Now I pull as a support. I pull, and now what would happen is normally the this lane would be stuck here, right? Or probably here. Now you pull. So now you reset the lane equilibrium, and you can kill this if you want. This is one.
Your middle tower is
Generally, your carrier should tank some damage. So now the lane equilibrium will reset. Watch this. So now the creeps are here again. You see that? So if the wave pushes, you stack and pull, the lane equilibrium is here. And then your carry, you should make sure that he doesn't push the wave. You should always make sure that the same amount of creeps belong to you as they belong there. So now you see there are more enemy creeps, you kill it. So you have to make sure both die together. So now the lane equilibrium is set. It will always be here now. If your carry plays right, it will always be here. If he pushes, it will go further. Okay? So now it's fine. So let's spawn neutrals. Say you cannot stack, right? Is it worth it? Dash spawn neutrals.
I'm with you.
Nope. Nope.
Confirmed.
No, that didn't work. Let's just wait. Alright. Now I'm gonna double pull. Oh shit, I don't have tangos actually. You need tangos or some way to kill the camp, right? I don't know if I can pull this.
Yes.
Let's try though. Okay, I did. Alright, you pull this, you eat this creep, and go there, and you can pull this wave. Oh shit, what's it doing?
Right of passage.
That's weird. Never happened before. Oh shit, I fucked up. Let's do this.
Vows. Indeed.
You do this. So what happens is, even if you don't stack and pull, you see that? You're using the entire wave. So the offlaner is completely denied of a wave. You can even triple pull this if you play it right correctly.
For the shadows.
I don't know, I think I'm failing. I'm trying. Generally I'll let it to deny. But I pull triple pull. There you go. I freaking triple pull this. Oh shit, what's happening? Oh, this creep spawned. Alright, that's fine.
Come, comrades.
See, I'm getting free farm. And I'm completely using that one wave of mine to farm all these creeps. I got so much CS just by farming creeps. And I got my levels too, right? And this is what you do as a support. Okay, if this wave was not here, that creep would go to the large camp. And you can farm that too. And if you're Dazzle, you can heal the wave with your Shadow Wave and keep killing these creeps too, right?
I'm with you.
So this is how you play as a support. So when that happens, the offlaner does not get an entire wave of experience. So he's under-leveled. And this is important because what's happening is your offlaner is alone, right? Your offlaner is alone and you guys are probably tri-laning or dual-laning. So you guys share experience while your offlaner is not sharing experience. So he's gonna be higher level than you if you don't zone him out or kill him, right? But if when you do this, not only is offlaner not getting his levels because you're eating up one of his creep wave, your carry is also getting good levels because you're not leeching his experience, right? So this is why, this is how you play support. So you're not leeching his levels, you're getting your levels, offlaner's not getting his levels. So he's completely frustrated, right? And that's how you play this side of the map, okay? And let's do the same thing at this side of the map. Okay, you can do the same thing and you can do more. This side of the map, you can do a lot more. The advantage of this side of the map is you can triple pull. 3, 1, 2, 3. You can triple pull if you know how to play. And I'm not a support player, okay? I am not a good support player, but I am 100 times better support player than all the supports I've seen in my games. I'm telling you right now. But I'm pretty sure if you go to 5k MMR, all the support players will know how to do this, okay? Or even, you can see this at 2k MMR if they're really support players, okay? So you can do it at this side of the map too, but I can't do it as this hero because I need to restart the game and be a dire hero. And I will show you how to do it as a dire player, okay? Let's go dire, start game.
All pick.
Let's pick Dazzle again, I suppose.
Shadow Priest. shadows keep you.
Let's go get tangos, dash gold. You don't need gold, I just want to get gold so I can move around the map easily. You know. And I'm just getting some HPs so I can do some shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just need to make sure I have words, sentries. Because I want to also talk about wording afterwards, okay? So we got WTF, refresh.
Yes.
Refresh, alright. Okay, let's do this.
Ask and you'll receive.
So here, there are many ways you can pull. One way is you eat this tree right here, okay? You need to eat this tree, and you can pull the creeps and meet them here. And these creeps, when they're walking like that, you just pull your creeps all the way like this into this camp, okay?
30 seconds to
You can
battle.
do it in such a way that you can also stack the camp, alright? Dewarding, warding, you have to always make sure that if this camp is blocked, you have to deward it. I think a really good deward spot is, you can do it lots. You can put one here, you can put one here. So this one is like the best, I think, to deward. It dewards all the spots, like right here.
I'm with you.
The battle
Anyway, you can
begins.
put your sentry ward. Right.
My shadow leaps ahead.
I don't know how to spawn neutrals. Spawn neutrals. So
Healing here. Rite of passage.
It's fine.
I go where I needed.
Alright. This will generally kill all the ward spots. That one, that one, that one, everything. That's the best ward spot. You can deward everything. This entire deward spot. This one, this one. So this is the best sentry ward to deward, okay? Alright. So what I do is as soon as you see the lane, say you're like, if there's one offlaner, you instantly stack this. You stack this at 53, at 0.53, okay? And you stack and pull. It's very simple, okay? If you can get a kill, you have to get a kill. Generally, you don't stack it at 0.53 because level 1 offlaners are generally weak. So you go and zone. You zone the enemy. And whenever you zone, you have to make sure you're not at the aggro range, okay? You have to zone him from here. So these creeps don't hit you, okay? And you have to watch, the new wave is coming. Okay, let me tell you about the new wave. So what's happening here, you see that there's a new wave coming here. That means there's a new wave coming here. So you can just look at your side of the map and know kind of where their creeps are, okay? So when you're zoning out the offlaner right now, if I'm hitting the offlaner, this range creep will hit me. So you have to make sure whenever you're zoning out, you have to stay out of the zone range, okay? Try to stay out the zone range and remove aggro. Because if you take aggro from the creeps, what's happening is the range creep or the melee creep, if it hits you, that means the enemy creeps are not hitting your creeps. And when that happens, lane pushes like this, okay? So say lane's pushing like this right now. This is what I would do. I'd eat a tango, I would hit this. So lane's pushing, right? It's pushing the tower. I do this. Okay, I fucked up a little bit because I have boots. Anyway. You can pull this wave and bring it over there. Let me get rid of my boots travel. Because generally you don't have boots at level 2. And I walk too fast. Let's get rid of boots travel. Alright, I'm gonna double pull this. I was gonna show you how. Let's pull this. Generally if you're like 253, it's better to stack and pull instead of like double pulling. Simply because when you double pull, I'll show you what a double pull is. Okay, we didn't have the range creeps, so that sucks. We couldn't double pull. That sucks so much.
On my way.
Alright.
Your top tower is under attack.
Keep you.
Alright. I wanted to show something, and things are not working out.
A touch of the old magic.
It's actually good. What happened is actually good. But it generally never happens. Because the range creep doesn't walk off like that. You can't. Generally, the range creep also takes aggro. If you can do this, it's really nice. With just one wave, if you can deny the wave, it's pretty nice. But anyway, let's push this wave. Wait for the new respawn. I'm pushing the wave so I can show you how to reset the lane equilibrium.
Dark light.
Alright,
Your
it's
middle
pushing.
tower is under
Alright,
attack.
I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna pull this from here. Watch this.
Travel on.
You can
Your
do
middle
this.
tower is under attack.
Confirmed.
Okay.
I go where
You
I
can
need.
Actually the entire wave should go, but I don't know.
Your
It
middle
fucked up a
tower
little bit.
is under attack.
Anyway.
Confirmed.
And then hit the booster power. Then you can pull this. See, that wave is gonna come back.
Stave them off.
Do this. Alright.
Rite of passage. Pretty.
Your top tower
Now
is under attack.
you can pull
Shadow
the wave.
to shadow.
Oh my god! What happened to me? Oh my god, I fucked up again.
I'm with you.
I fucked up again, boys. But anyway, you have to do the double pull. And if you don't do the double pull,
On my way. Shadow way.
if you don't do the double pull, then the wave pushes. So you have to do the double pull, and I fucked up again for some reason. The thing is, like, I'm not a support player, but you have to make sure that you don't fuck it up. Because if you fuck it up, you're pretty much screwed, right? But there are ways to salvage in this lane by doing this. You can pull this and bring it back to a lane equilibrium. So practice this double pulling in this side of the map and triple pulling or double pulling this side of the map to make sure your lane equilibrium is set correctly. Okay, that is the most important part of Dota. So I can use this. So say the wave pushed because you didn't double pull correctly, or you're off lane contested, you can do this to get the lane equilibrium back. And you have to keep doing this because this is, oh shit, what the fuck mode. That's the problem.
Your middle tower is
That's
under
what
attack.
happened. My creep couldn't push because the healing troll was healing non-stop.
Healing.
Anyway, generally, with that wave, you could have killed this entire creep wave. But because of dash, what the fuck, this creep went retard mode.
Yes. Dazzle. Shiny. Go away.
So you see, creepy bloomer is back to normal. Alright, so this is what you do in this side of the lane, okay? You pull, you double pull this to here, and that's how you have to always make sure the lane's in equilibrium, okay? This is the most important part of a support, because when the carry is near the tower, it's easier for him to farm, right? And it's harder for the offlaner to farm or contest, because he doesn't know what to do. It's very important, okay? And always remember to deward, okay? The most common, if they ward that, I told you how to deward. You put a sentry ward right here to deward that. But generally, if you notice, like say the creep equilibrium is right here, okay? And then you're walking to the offlaner trying to, you know, fight him or gank him or zone him, and you instantly see, hey, the offlaner is walking back. That means he has a ward here, okay? If you put it here and you can't see the ward, it's very likely all the professional players or the high-level players ward here. This is a common ward spot. So
On my way.
you can, or this one right here, this is a ward spot. So the best deward without blocking camps is right here. Okay, you can deward this and this ward, okay, and it won't block these camps. And you can deward. And you have to make sure you deward it, because when you deward that, the offlaner does not know where you are. You will be pulling, right? And he doesn't know if you're pulling. If you're double stacking and pulling, he can't do shit because he doesn't know where you are. Suddenly you might show up and start ganking him, right? So it's very important he doesn't have vision here, and it's very important that he doesn't block your camp. Because if he blocks your camp, he can make sure his range creep dies and use some aggro tricks and make sure the wave pushes and your carry is farming at this spot of the map. When your carry's farming here, mid player can TP, gank him, come like this and gank him, and stuff like that. Okay, so it's very important that your lane's here, always.
Your
And it
middle
also
tower
shouldn't push
is
to the
under
tower. If
attack.
it's pushing to the tower, don't pull. Just let the carry kill all the creeps, and let the lane
Your top
push a
tower
little
is
bit,
under attack.
and then you can reset the equilibrium if things are bad, okay? And there's the other reason why you need to make sure you are pulling is because that's your source of income and experience, right? If you're sitting in lane and leeching his experience, both your carry and you are gonna share experience, and your offlaner is gonna get more experience. So he was probably gonna be level 6 before you guys ever come to level 4 if you guys are not even contesting him, right? Which is really bad, okay? Like Bristleback, if you do that, he's just gonna wreck you, because once he reaches level 7, he just wrecks people's faces. So there are a lot of heroes that get really strong once they get their levels and you're weak. Broodmother, same example, alright? So the other thing I do is, say the offlaner is zoned out completely, right? He's completely zoned out. He can't come to contest, and your carry is like completely safe. He can farm here too, it's not a problem, right? Then generally you reset the wave by double pulling or stacking. What I would do is at if I have another support, I will ask him to pull and whatnot, and keep the lane equilibrium and get experience. Well, I'll go at 10 minutes. Before the minute, I will come here to this spot and help the mid player get the runes, right? So what happens is, when these both mid players are fighting, you give your player an advantage because you're here, right, before this mid player can contest, right, and your mid player can come, and you can also sometimes get a kill. Say you're Dazzle and you're level 4, and the other mid player is level 7, and your mid player is Storm, he's level 7. You can kill the other hero, right? So it's also important, okay? And say you're at this stage, about say it's 10 minutes in, and generally the word spots are here. You can word here. I don't know how to get more words. Unlimited set of words. Let's see. Alright. Can I get more? No. There should be a cheat for that, for getting unlimited words. So the common... Okay, actually I need sentry words too. Alright, this applies to any game, alright? Well, sorry, any side of the map. It can be Dire or Radiant, right? If your mid tower is still alive, if the enemy mid tower is still alive, right? Then you have to make sure that you have a high ground ward either here, okay? So you can see who's behind the tower when you go to kill the tower, especially if you have like a pudge. What he does is he stands here or here to, like, you know, hook when you're pushing the tower. Either there, or what you can also do is put a word here. Oh shit, what did I do? Okay, that also gives vision over high ground. So when your mid player is farming or something, he's safe if someone walks by and does shit. Okay, this is a word spot you can put. Alright, and then if the enemy... Don't put this here, like a lot of people put a ward here. It's so easy to deward. I always, when I play support, I will put a sentry ward right here to try to deward. Or I put a sentry ward right here. Instantly, I always get a deward off. Because supports are retarded to put a ward here. Never put the ward here. I never put it. Unless, like, I know that the enemy is like 4, and or I know that they don't have a ward or something like that. But generally... Because most of the time, they always have a ward, and if I'm there and I see a Dazzle walk up and place a ward, I will see my mini-map, and I'll see Dazzle walk up, and I go, why is Dazzle here, you know? And he's warding. You can just see, you have 3 wards, and after you back, you have 2 wards. It's pretty obvious you're going to ward here. So, the good places to ward is, if you want to ward in their jungle, is when your team actually goes, say they're fighting here, right? Or you go to gank somewhere in their jungle, that's when you go ward, right here. This is a great place to ward. A lot of people deward this, right? This is a very common deward spot. But that is not a... No one in their team is gonna start putting a ward here unless they get ganked. Say there's a hero here farming like a core hero. Very common, right? Carries will always farm this, this, and this camp. This camp is really common for carries to farm these 3 camps. So this gives good vision, right? This gives good vision over here. And your allies can come and kill someone here. And once they do that, maybe the enemy will decide, alright, there's a ward here, we can de-ward. But it paid off. Your ward already paid off, right? Alright. And another thing is, say you saw an enemy ward here, and you place a sentry and de-warded that ward, right? Once you do that, don't place your ward in the same place. Don't place your observer ward there, okay? Never place an observer ward where you de-warded, because once you do that, say you place an observer ward here, right? The enemy is just gonna come, kill your sentry ward and your observer ward, and you just lost gold. You just lost vision for no reason. So never put a ward there, okay? You can use a lot of spells. Like, say I'm a Dazzle, and I don't have vision, I place sentry ward, I'm missing uphill. I give vision using my ulti and kill the ward. It's worth it. It's completely worth it. I use my ulti, get vision, and do it. Or, I can walk high ground and use it. If I'm a Vengeful Spirit, I'll use my Hollow Terror to give vision. Leshrac, I use a stun to give vision. There's so many things you can, in all heroes have. Ancient Apparition, you can use a second spell to give vision. There are some heroes who don't have vision spells, but most of the time, you will have vision to de-ward. And also, when you place a sentry ward, you get a brief, I think 3 seconds or something, for you to de-ward. And you have to be really unlucky. You miss everything uphill and you're not able to de-ward. When that happens, yeah, you're just unlucky. But generally, you should be safe. And never go to de-ward alone. This I see this happening so much. I see this happening so much. Like, I'll be like farming here, and all my allies be farming here. The support just goes and tries to de-ward. And then he dies. He's like, fuck, I died. But I de-warded. I was like, why would you do that? That's not even worth it, right? De-ward. Ask one of your allies, hey, can you come help me de-ward?
Of course.
Right? Do that. Or just place the ward. Say it's not safe to de-ward. Just go out of here. Get out of here. Tell your allies, hey, I need to de-ward this because someone come help me. You can always de-ward it later on. Alright? Never die for a de-ward. Ever. Alright, so now comes the trench tier problems. It's not just trench tier problems, it's high level MMR problems also. Like, I played a sniper yesterday and I was... Oh my god, you have no idea. My support Rubik was so awful. Like, I was just getting so mad playing with that guy. But anyway, there was a Nyx assassin, right? He had a Dagon, and he was just walking up to me and trying to kill me, right? All I needed was Rubik to walk with me. All you need to do is ask your... As a support, say you have a sniper and you need to farm, right? And say there's a Riki who's snowballing, okay? All you need, not a Riki, say Riki can't kill a sniper. Say Riki actually can kill if he's really snowballing. Say Riki, Nyx assassin, and heroes like that are snowballing, right? And your sniper wants to farm in his jungle, right? What you do is you stick with sniper. Farm with him. This is when you need to stick with your carry and help him farm. Stay behind him. Say he's farming here, right? And you don't know where Nyx assassin is. Sniper is farming here. You can bait. Say you're Rubik or Dazzle or anything. Just stand here, right? Stand here behind sniper. Hide in the fog, right? And say a Storm Spirit, for example, is going to jump on sniper. As soon as Storm Spirit jumps on sniper, he uses all his mana. You go Shallow Grave sniper, heal him, earn him, and turn around. You know, that's it. The death of sniper will not happen, and instead the storm will die, right? So you can use such tricks. So what I do is, if I have like a Nyx assassin or Riki trying to kill my heroes, right? I make sure that I ward entrances of the jungle with my sentry. So to enter, say, you can use this trick here too, in this side of the map if you're a support in this side of the map. You can use this trick in any part of the map, okay? But I'm telling you what to do in the dire side, and I can show it to you on Radiant next when I create the next game, alright? So you can enter your side of the jungle in 3 places, right? One's here, okay? Walk like this, okay? One is when the hero walks in like this, okay? And the other is hero walking in like this, okay? These are the entrances. Most of the time, okay, the heroes will enter the set. They will enter from here. or they will enter from here. This is the most common place
I
for
go where
them to
I
enter
can.
and farm. Generally, no one's gonna walk in like this and farm, right? But say they do that, alright? The best place to ward, okay, put a observer ward here, okay?
A
So when you put
spiritual
an observer
giant.
ward here, you see this entrance, okay?
Your middle
So
tower is under attack.
unless they smoke, okay, smokes are obvious. Whenever there's a smoke, you can look at the minimap, everyone's missing, right? You can play safe.
Your middle
But
tower
say
is under attack.
they have 2 heroes who can kill your carry, right? 2 heroes. Say Storm Spirit, or a Spirit Breaker, or Riki, or Nyx,
Your
or something
middle
like
tower
that,
is
right?
under attack.
Nyx and Riki, that's another problem where they are invis heroes. But Spirit Breaker and Storm are not invis heroes, right?
From shadow
Or a Templar or
to
Assassin, or
shadow.
any snowballing hero, they're not invis, you can see them walk in. So your carry can play
Yes.
accordingly. He can play aggressive. He can farm this side of the jungle. He can farm this. He can farm this. He can farm this. All of this. Because he sees who's entering the jungle, okay? And the other place you will ward. This is when you're completely playing defensive, okay? This is not the ward you're supposed to do when you're not playing, when you're playing aggressive. That is a really bad ward if you're playing aggressive, okay?
Your bottom tower
So your
is under
wards should be
attack.
proper. A lot of supports that I place wards, alright, they just go, place a ward here, and then place a ward here. Alright, I supported, I bought wards. No, that's not how you ward, okay? It's kind of useless. So what you do is there are 2 entrances, okay? The only way he can enter is to either walk in here and go here, or walk in like this and go here. Generally, your carries will push the creeps to the river, right? So this ward is not useful, okay? And the guy can walk in like this. So the best place to ward is either here, okay? Problem with this ward spot is it can be dewarded really easily, okay? Because I do a lot of dewarding here. If I'm playing a support, and I will always put a sentry ward here, because I want my carries to be able to farm the ancients. I'm a carry player and a mid player, so I know what my carries want, okay? I will always buy a sentry ward, deward this spot, if I'm in this side of the map, if I'm in Radiant. If I'm in Dire, I will always make sure that I deward this spot. This spot I will always place sentry so no one knows that my carries are farming this. I will deward this spot, and if we are roshing or stuff like that, I'll always deward this spot. Always, whether I know they have a ward or not, I'll put a sentry in check. Okay, and this side of the map, make sure ancients are safe, entrances jungle are safe, alright?
Yes.
So, say I'm playing this side, I'm playing Dire, right? I ward there, and the next ward, I will ward right here, okay? Gives vision to this entrance,
Your
right?
top tower is under
Or,
attack.
you can also ward here. You can also ward here, but generally this is fine, because this is enough. Because you can always
Your
see
top
someone
tower
walk in
is under
here.
attack.
If you're checking the minimap, you can always see someone walk in here, and you can always see someone walking like that. You can always see someone walking like that, okay? Now, your jungle is super safe to farm. You will also drop a sentry here to make sure they have no vision. So now your jungle is super safe to farm, okay? For your carries, alright? And you can also make sure they don't have vision here with your sentry ward, and they can maybe farm the ancients. And if you have an extra ward, you can plant him here, okay? Make sure you get your jungle safe if you're playing defensive, alright? Now the problem is Nyx, Riki, and heroes which are in this, right? So,
A spiritual
what do you
giant.
do in that case, right? Because invis heroes are not seen by, say, a Slark also. Invis heroes are never seen they're never seen with an observer ward. So, what you need to do is you need to make sure you put a sentry ward at the entrances, okay? That's a sentry ward.
Shadows keep you.
That's a sentry ward right here. So, when he's walking in the jungle, of course, your carries have to be good. If they're not good, if they don't see the minimap, then they're dumb, alright? You can always you can tell your carry, hey man, you will see in the minimap. If they're smoked, you won't see them in the minimap. Smoke is just obvious. They can't buy 500 smokes. Smokes have a cooldown. You can only buy like, whatever, 5 or something. How many can you buy at it? 3, right? And they also have a cooldown, right? So smokes, you can't do anything about smokes, but generally Ricky's not going to smoke with his team. He's always going to try to pick off people, or say Nyx Assassin he's going to pick off. So your job is to look at the minimap. You will instantly see a Slark Shadowbladed or Ricky Shadowbladed instantly in the minimap. You'll see it, and you will know he's entering the jungle, right?
Your
instantly
top
you know,
tower
alright,
is
so
under
he's
attack.
entering the jungle. And you also have to make sure you have a sentry ward at the entrance right here. Okay? You have a sentry ward. So there are two places Nyx and Slark and Sniper are going to enter. They're going to enter this part or this part, right? And you instantly see them because you have vision. You're like, Slark is there, guys. Ricky's there, guys. Nyx is there, guys, right? They don't know. Slark will know because he has his ulti. But say Ricky and Nyx Assassin are there, right? You know, alright, they're entering the jungle. Nyx wants to kill my Sniper. Sniper is farming here. What I do is I tell my team, guys, Nyx is coming here. Sniper, keep farming. We're gonna bait you. And I will stand here in this tree, okay? I'll stand here in this tree. If I have a Forge Staff or Blink, I'll stand here. Or else I will stand slightly back, like right here, so I can walk. If I stand behind this tree, then I have to walk around. But if I have Blink or Force Staff, I can always, like, come and help my ally. But I will stay back, so Nyx thinks, alright, Sniper is a free kill, or say some other squishy hero's farming, say Luna or something like that, right? Like, free kill, I just help him and kill that guy. We kill that guy, because he's alone. Slark, same thing. Slark's trying to kill the Sniper, help him, right? Instead, what I see supports doing is just place random sentries, random wards. It's not needed. You don't need 500 wards to counter Riki, Nyx, Slark, stuff like that. You just need to ward entrances, right? And they're just standing behind tower. Standing here, waiting like retards while their carries are trying to farm really hard. And they're like, shit, my carry sucks ass. No, you're sucking ass because you're not playing the support. So this is what you need to do while you're playing a support. So you block the entrances, and now Slark and Nyx cannot kill. Riki cannot kill, so your jungle is safe to farm. And same thing you have to do in this side of the map. Say you're in this side of the map, and you want to help your carries, right? Same thing. Your enemies are going to walk in here, so you will put a sentry ward at the entrance. Don't put it here, because this is so obvious. It's a de-wardable spot. Put it somewhere here. It's high ground. So put it here, so it's harder for them, like they have to come here to de-ward, or you can put it here, or here, so that you can see them walking into your jungle. But always make sure that when you put your sentry, you should always have vision near the sentry, because you won't see them in the minimap, okay? So you'll see them in the minimap. Alright, he's entered my jungle, right? And safe. This is one spot where they can enter, and this is another spot they can enter. So you can put a ward I would just put a word here. If I have to help my allies, let me go here to get a word. Say I am a Radiant player, right? Say I'm a Radiant player and I want to help my allies. So I will just put a word here, right? And a sentry word here. Or it depends, like you can see where and how the enemies are trying to kill you. Say your carry is dying here. That means they're probably walking in like this. Or say you have a sentry ward here and your carry still got caught out, then they're probably walking in here. But generally, you should be able to see the enemy. No one's gonna like, Nyx is not gonna invis here, right? He's gonna invis somewhere here or here, and this ward will generally see, alright, Nyx is invis and he's gonna walk into the jungle, right? So you have to ward accordingly. So that observer ward is enough, so you don't need a sentry, right? You need a sentry at this entrance. And I would also put a sentry over here. This one. Or you can also put a sentry here. But the problem is if you put a sentry here, you don't have vision, right? You can never see. You always need to have an observer. And I always put an observer here. Always. Here or here. Can we put it here? Yeah, I don't want to put it right now. But you can put it here. Sometimes I put it here because this shit is just crazy. This is just... People go crazy. You put an observer, enemy D-wars, then you put another observer. It's just like fighting like crazy. You can put this here for this up to watch people walking in. No one ever D-wars this. No one. Literally no one. This is like my secret trick. But it doesn't give a lot of vision, to be honest. But it gives at least some vision. Okay, it gives some decent vision here for this entrance. And this is another place to word. You can word here, okay? So you can see people walking in. So that's it. And then your team is safe, right? If people are walking in through mid, you will know, okay? Alright, someone's walking in through mid, you can put a sentry ward right here. Sentry is enough, you don't need a observer ward, because generally you will have creeps that see things. They give vision. Creeps will walk in. Say you're a Radiant hero, creeps will walk in, and you generally get vision when Ricky walks in, or Nyx walks in, and tries to do shit.
Alright, that's all you need. So it's whenever you're playing against Riki, Nyx Assassin, sentries are the most important thing, not dust. I always see people walking in dust. Once Nyx has killed someone or Riki has started killing someone, it's really hard to, come back because you don't know where Riki is, right? But if you put sentries in the right spot and observer boards in the right spot, you know exactly where Riki or Nyx Assassin, Slark, or anyone is at, right?
Confirmed.
So this is how you play a support late game with
Ask
your
and you'll
wards.
receive.
Really, really important that you get wards. Okay, these are tactical wards. Okay, this is how. If you do this, I'm guaranteeing you, you will you will have far more impact with your wards than anything. Okay.
Right. Dark
All right,
light.
and then there's another important thing that I always wanted to talk about, which I see a lot of supports making mistakes, and as a carry player, I see this while playing with them. So,
Travel on.
say you're playing Dazzle, for example, or Omni Knight, or any, say, Bane or something, right? Never ever,
On my way.
never ever go to the core part of the fight. Say there's a fight in the Roche pit, right? Say there's a fight going on here. I've seen Dazzle go in and try to kill this low HP hero. There's like 1 HP hero. I want this kill. And he walks in and he gets wrecked, right? You don't want to do that. If there's a low HP hero, you don't have to kill him. Your core heroes will kill him. And you should never ever be out of position. So
Of course.
your job is to play with your core. Your core, like say you're playing mid, right? What do? You use your tower as your safeguard, right? So similarly, in late game, your core heroes, your carries, your mid player, heroes like that, your initiator, axe, tie, you have to stick with those core heroes and play with them, right? So if they're going for a kill, you go for the kill with them, behind them, stay behind. So say someone jumps in, right? You don't want to use your, if you're a Dazzle and you have like, what's your first kill range? Let's see. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can do this. That's your range, right? You see that? That's your range. So if you go to your first kill on a hero right here, you're completely out of position. But let's see your ulti range. Does it show? That's a really big range. Your grave range is also pretty big. Look at that grave range. Huge. Really huge. This is the most important spell as a Dazzle. That is not required late game. Maybe it's good if you can use it, great, but this is the most important spell. This is the most important spell. Look at the range of these spells, right? This is the range you should be at. So if your core hero is there, you should stand here. If your core is here, you have to stand here. If you want to heal someone, you have to stand this far off. Don't go and I want to use my first kill, guys, and you go die here. They'll just kill you. Queen of Pain jumps at you, orchids you, kills you. We don't have Grave to help my team. And you're like, shit, what do I do? I was useless this fight. Of course you're useless because you're out of position. So you have to make sure your core hero fights you, you have to stay back. Core hero's falling back, don't go and try to stay in melee range and help him. If your core hero's falling back, you fall back with him. So you maintain this range. You maintain this range. So because these are the two spells you need to do, you need to be using as Dazzle. Same thing with Omni. You have to stay back. Decide, okay, I'm gonna play with PA, or I'm gonna play with Medusa, or I'm gonna play with Sniper. So my job is to use my heal and repel on Sniper. So you have to go around with him, help him, walk around. We don't need your right clicks. We don't need you don't need to right click heroes because you're a support player. Your right clicks do nothing unless you have a shit ton of farm. What I do is that's why when I play supports, I always go for survivable items or helping my allies earn, blink, force, Yule Scepter. Say I got caught out, right? Say I'm at this range and someone just jumps on me from that range. They just jump on me while my carry's farming here, right? What I do is I go so you don't have to. A lot of people just fall back here, right? And your core is dying here, right? You shouldn't do that. All right, he's jumped on me. I can still maintain this range with my core by going that side, right? And my core will help me, right? Your core, it's like this guy has to go all the way through my core, right? And I can use a Force Staff. I can juke him like this, use a Force Staff, come back here. And then if I have a Yule Scepter, I use myself. And you have to make sure you're always with your core hero. Now, if you walk back like this, you actually gave advantage to the enemy because this hero who jumped on you actually made sure that you can't use your grave on your core hero while your core hero is fighting. It's like, Dazzle, where are you? Right? You're like, no, Queen of Pain just jumped on me or something like that, right? Or PA jumped on me, stuff
Your
like that. So
bottom
you have to
tower
always
is
stay
under
back
attack.
and make sure you're playing with your core hero in this range, whatever spell you're trying to use. Okay.
Healing here.
So this is something
Your
I see a
bottom tower is
lot
under
of support
attack.
players miss.
The
And
spirit
if you're
will
bad at
guard
this,
me.
you can correct that with your positioning and
Your
survival
bottom
items.
tower is
Items you
under
should all
attack.
never go for Ags, completely useless items, except on certain heroes. Ags is good again as Warlock and AA, but otherwise it's kind of pointless, right? Always get positioning items. Fourth staff as a support, fifth position or fourth position is fine. You can get some luxury items, but in fifth position
Your middle
support,
tower is under
always
attack.
get Urn, fourth staff, Yule Scepter, Blink Dagger if you're lucky to save 2100 gold. Uh, I
Your
already
middle
told Go
tower
Scepter,
is
stuff
under
like that,
attack.
right? Those are the items I always get as a support hero. Mech if you want, drums. Sometimes it's good. I generally hate drums. If I can get mech, I will get mech. But my favorite items are magic wand, if I can afford it, or just a magic stick. Earn boots in case my team needs it. I will get Yule Scepter, Soul Ring if I can't afford arcane boots, stuff like that. Really cheap items that you don't need to work
Who
hard
needs
too much
healing?
for. Okay, and also say your team is doing really well. This is another problem I see this before. Say your teams are doing really well, right? You can go farm. Say you have no threat on the map. So there's no threat on the map, right?
Shadows
There's
bound.
absolutely no threat on the map. You can just farm. You don't have to say your carries are farming, you're like, oh, carries are farming, what am I doing? My carries, let's push the game, let's end the game. So if your carries are not interested in ending the game, you can farm too.
Dazzle.
There's no written rule that supports can't farm, but that doesn't mean you just go farm on the other side of the map and just die, okay? That you don't want to do that. You want to play
Rite
intelligently,
of
but you can also
passage.
farm as a support hero. But always make sure as a support hero, if you are a support hero and your carry dies without you being near them, that means you're not playing support properly.
Of
Say
course.
I am here, right? Say I'm here, and my
An
carry died
enemy's
here.
middle tower
You're not
has
playing good
fallen.
support. You simply are not playing good support. You
From
have to play
shadow
with your
to
carries
shadow.
and your mid heroes. They are the people who will carry you, right? So you have to make sure that they have a good game.
Confirmed.
So if you are playing a support where your carries and core heroes are dying, that means you are not playing
On
good
my
support.
way.
Okay? So that's pretty much, I think,
I'm with
I
you.
don't know
Enemy's
if I
top
have
tower
anything
has
more to
fallen.
say. Alright, the other thing I wanted to say is downtime.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of supports who are completely useless during downtime. So downtime is
Go where
basically,
I needed.
there is nothing you can do in the map right now. Things like that happen. So say your mid tower is here, and your lane's pushed, carries farming, mid heroes farming mid,
Wait for
right?
me.
You can't gank anyone. There are no runes to pick up. There's no objective to do, right? Everyone's doing
Healing
their thing,
here.
right? So it's like say mid game and everyone's doing their thing, right? What is your support doing? Nothing.
Shadows
They just sit
consume.
here with mid. Let's go mid, guys. They'll ping mid. No, don't do that, right?
Travel
Wait.
on.
See what your allies are doing. Work with them. Say your ally wants to gank. Get a smoke, right? Go with your ally. Get a smoke. If an ally wants to rosh, right? Get a
Ask and
ward.
you'll
This
receive.
downtime you have to use to set up things for your allies. So get a ward. Make sure you ward this so you can see them when they come to contest rosh, or deward this before. Say Troll's getting a Helm of Dominator, or Juggernaut has a Mask of Madness Yasha. He just finished Mask of Madness Yasha. So you get a ward, and essentially ward, downtime, go deward this, right?
The
And say the
spirit
other
will
downtime, say I'm
guide
walking like
me.
this, alright? And I see time is 53, stack it.
Yes.
You're walking to the jungle, you're walking to help your ally, C53, stack
Wait
it.
for me.
So if you see me playing support, you will see like camp stacked completely like crazy.
The
Because
spirit
you
will
always have
guide
chances.
me.
So I'm here right now, right? I can stack this. Right? And I can kill this. So every time you have to be as useful as possible, right? Say you're in this side of the map, right? You're in this side of the map. You're in this side of the map.
Shadows
Your middle tower
You just
is
deward
under
it for
attack.
troll, right? You just deward it for troll.
dazzle.
Dewarded this, and you're walking back, and it's say 53, right? Or say it's close to
Your middle
53.
tower
Say it's
is
at
under
40,
attack.
40 seconds. You
Ask
wait
and
for
you'll
53.
receive.
and you stack the ancients. So this efficiency is really important. You will see, watch players like PPD. You don't see this like, you don't notice this, but this is so important. PPD, Puppy, the efficiency is so huge. Like when I watch them play support, I'm like, wow, this guy's doing so much in the map and no one notices. Like he doesn't miss a single stack. Like every minute he gets a chance to stack, he will stack. He will deward and keep. They see a single ward spot, like he sees someone warding there, he instantly buys sentry wards and dewards that. And you will see like rotations are perfect because PPD will be like, alright, Juggernaut's really close to like Yasha and Helm, probably talks with his allies too. But you can do that too, you can talk with the allies, hey, are you ready? Or say Ursa has flats, dude, Ursa, are you ready to Rosh? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I want to Rosh. Then you go get your sentry ward and deward, right? You get a sentry ward and deward. And what happens is, you're thinking, oh man, I don't have any money. I have boots and a wand and a TP and wards. I don't have any money at like 10 minutes in the game. I need my arcane boots. You don't need your arcane boots. But frankly, you just need to earn. You're gonna get your money simply because what supports do a lot, I see a lot of mistakes, is they want to get gold by saving gold. Alright? That's how most supports try to do shit. They want to save gold. They want to gain gold by saving gold, or trying to farm stuff that carry should be farming. So carry will TP here to farm this camp, and you will see Dazzle just healing. Hey, I'm healing and I'm killing all the camps. Why? Why would you steal farm from your carry, right? You should never, ever, ever steal farm from your carry. I'm gonna steal all the farm, guys, because I need my arcane boots. Say you're close to like 10 or 100 gold, then it's fine to tell your carry, hey, I want 2 creeps, that's fine. But if you're like 500 gold away and you're stealing from your carry, that's a really big deal. Because that gold, this one wave, will get your carry closer to his next farming item, or closer to his, say, Battle Fury that will help him propel his farm more, right? You should never steal farm. If you see my games, I will never, ever, ever steal farm from my carry. And you will see me super farm the support. I'll have Necro 3 or something. Because what I do when I play support is I make sure that I have a game impact. So what I do, the game impact is map control. Map control and just overall making sure that my carries are able to do shit. So what happens then is your team's winning, your team's gaining gold, your team's getting map advantage, team's getting towers, and that's how you get your gold and your levels. Your team's winning team fights because they're stronger, and from your team fights you get your gold. Okay? So this is something, this is another thing which I see a lot when I talk about. This is you'll notice, like, I would say if you want to be if you want to carry your team as a support player, this is really important. But obviously at 2k MMR and like shit like that, I don't know how much it's gonna help because carries are pretty bad at that MMR. I feel like I've done, like, I've played support, like super crazy support, and I have more CS than them. And I would have bought all the wars, told them everything, and they still can't carry. But it's not gonna happen every game. When I played at 2k MMR as support, I won so many games, like crazy. But that's a different story. It's about like generally most players are where their MMR belongs, right? But that doesn't mean everyone plays core heroes and carries themselves. But anyway, these are some important things that you have to do as a support player. You have to do all these small things, okay? Like I talked about, warding entrances to jungle and stuff like that. Alright, let's talk about one more thing, which is aggressive. I've talked about defensive, and now it's time to talk about how to play aggressive. Because sometimes, not every time, but say, hopefully, most of the times, your team's winning, right? Say that happens, what do you do, right? I see some supports placing ward here, which is alright. For ward here, kind of useless. What is this ward gonna achieve when your team's aggressive, right? Completely pointless. Your main ward spots at that point should be here. So when they're farming these camps, this is a really, really good ward, and there's a reason for that, because especially your goal should be getting this T2 tower. So say I got this T2 tower, right? Now,
The enemy's bottom
say
tower has fallen.
it's really important why this T2 tower is really super important. And if you see me play rat, if I rat a lot, and if I play heroes like that, I'll make sure I get this tower. If I'm a Dire player, I will get this tower. If I'm a Radiant player, I will get this tower. These are very important towers, and I'll tell you why. Because
Middle tower has fallen.
it removes, if you get this tower and the mid tower, as in this tier 1 mid tower, what happens is these jungle camps become incredibly unsafe to farm if your team is ahead. Okay? Simply because you put a ward here,
On my way.
or a ward here. What happens is, how is a carry gonna farm here? Because say a carry's alone farming here, he is dead. If two heroes come and kill him, what are the enemies gonna do? They can't TP to a tower to help them. They have to TP here to help them. Right? It's so hard for him to farm this. So you completely remove the map farm from them. And what your mid hero or your carry hero can do is they can come and farm here. Right? This is completely safe to farm, these 3 camps. Probably not this, but these 2 camps are super safe. This camp is also safe if you can get if you can get a ward here. Or if you're really, ahead, you can also put a ward here.
I'm with you.
I see pro players put a ward here or something, or here. If they don't want to put it here. Because this is dewardable. It's very easy, because one player ganks you at this camp, there's a ward here, right? Or if you have an HS Prophet ulti, you're farming this, there's a ward here. So some people put a word here. So this is an entrance, right? Say they want to gank you here, they have to walk like this. They have to walk in here, right? That's the only way they can come and help the team when you're fighting here, right? So you literally block that entrance, so you know if someone's coming to help, or you know if someone's farming. And the best part is no one expects a word here, right? Say Nature's Prophet ultied, and someone got hit here. They don't know. They think there's a ward here. They put a sentry, no ward. And say they're here, they get hit, they're like, alright, the creeps gave vision or something like that, right? This is a great ward. So this is what you have to ward as. So when you're ahead, you should think, alright, what does my team need? So you have, say, a snowballing storm, or a snowballing, say, Spirit Breaker, for example, because is now a lot of people pick that hero. Or a snowballing troll or something like that. Great ward. That's a great ward. So now, when you ward there, and when you ward here, you literally can take Roche freely, because most of the players will smoke here to contest. Almost 95% of the time people smoke here, or here,
Your middle tower is
or
under attack.
here, but generally they don't do it here, they do it here, okay? So you know when they smoke, or you know when they're coming to contest. They walk in like this, you see them. Or if there's a T2 tower, they walk in like this and see them. But generally, before I get Roche, I tell my team to get this tower. This is the most important tower. Same thing with this tower too.
Yes.
Say this tower is gone, right? I remove this
Your
tower,
middle tower
right?
is under attack.
Same thing. If their carries cannot farm this, they can't farm this, they can't farm this, they can't farm this. It becomes harder because that's the only tower the allies can TP to help, right? And this is a good ward spot, but generally they will deward this. Most of the time it's just dewarded. So, I don't know. But I think this is a good spot. Sometimes it is not. Like, if I'm really ahead, and enemies are like, alright, this is just fucking crazy, and they'll be warded. So then I just ward here. I ward either here, or I ward here. So they can't deward easily, right?
Confirmed.
So we can catch someone here, and sometimes I will also ward here. There's another place to ward, because this is an entrance to the jungle, right? You have to, this is the most common thing people miss, is entrances. Because you can't get into the jungle in like 5 billion ways. There's only very few ways. You can enter the jungle in 3 ways if you're a Dire player, okay? Once this is the most common way people enter the jungle, right? The other way is like this, alright? This is another way. And then there's a third way, which is like this, okay?
I'm with you.
So you can ward that one, which will spot this
Your
entrance,
bottom tower is under
or
attack.
From shadow to
you can ward
shadow.
here that will spot both entrances, or you ward here that will kind of spot that
Your
entrance,
bottom tower is under
but at
attack.
least it will spot this.
I
Problem with
know
this,
I need it.
And this ward is very, very dewardable. I will deward it. Generally, if I see a gank happening, I will make sure, I will see, alright, do they have a ward here? Or do they have a ward here? If they don't have a ward, then it means
Your bottom
that
tower,
there was a
your
ward.
bottom
They will definitely
tower
have
has
either a ward
fallen.
here or a here, right?
The
Rarely do I
spiritual
see someone warding
journey.
here. But generally, I will always, if someone ganks here and they get killed, I put a sentry ward and it's generally either here or here, and I instantly get
Indeed.
the vision off. And also I make sure I have observer wards at the entrances, so I don't have to waste observer wards also. Alright, so that is pretty much it. I think I covered this side of the map too, so that's pretty much it. And Ancients is another important thing, that I make sure I have vision. I have an observer ward and a sentry ward, either
Wait for
here
me.
or an observer ward here, because you want to be able to see someone ganking you
I'm
or
with
someone,
you.
you know, taking over your ancient stacks or stuff like that.
Of
And
course.
this is another great spot that I ward at, I will tell you, which is another important spot, which is a great pick-off spot. But not the best, but it's really good, and it's a very common spot, which is this one right here. So what I do is, most of the time, say we're doing really well mid lane, right? And we're doing really well off lane, right? And their carry is like, fuck, I can't farm anywhere, right? What we do is we push this tower, right? You push this tower, and then what happens is, after you push this tower, this lane pushes, because there's no tower. Your lane pushes. Your lane is pushing here. Your dire lane is pushing here, right? Like that. So
Shadows.
now their safe lane farmer or their off lane can easily farm safely, because you don't know where their allies are. That's when I go and ward here,
Journey.
right? Then what I can do is, if a safe lane carry farms this, right? We know if their allies are close by to help them.
On my
Then we can
way.
instantly come in like this and gank him. Come in like this and gank that guy. And he's dead. He has no escape route. Literally no escape route. Only escape route is him walking back straight. Or walking into the trees and juking. But generally, if you see one guy alone farming here, he is dead if you go with your mid hero. You just have to walk in like this. With a smoke. Walk in like this. Wrap around. Kill him. Carry can come in like that. So you guys walk in like this. Carry walks in like this. And he's dead.
Ask and you'll receive.
There's another spot I use after I get a tier 1 tower. Okay. So these are early game tricks that you can do. Same thing if you're playing this side of the map. Same thing.
Rite of
Put a word
passage.
here. You get vision. So if you see someone farming here, you can
Yes.
go around like that. Wrap around. And your carry walks in like that. You guys wrap around here, kill this guy here. Same thing, he has no escape route. The only escape route he has is walking back like that, right?
Wait for me.
So it's really good. If he cannot farm here. If he comes this spot to farm, he's just dead. If he comes here, he's just dead. Because you just wrap around him and kill him. He can probably, this is another problem, he can probably escape like this. This is really messed
I
up.
go where I
Tango out from here. But generally it's like really rare that he has, but if he has a culling blade and stuff like that, he can come out. But anyway, that's
Your middle
just
tower
juking
is
and stuff,
under
but generally
attack.
it's safe. So these are the things, these are small things that you have to do as a
Your
support
middle
player,
tower has
always.
fallen.
Don't just go by
Of
words and
course.
put a word here, put a word here, hey guys, I supported. How about words? That's not how you play support. You have to strategically think where you want your words, okay? Every
From
point of the
shadow to
game.
shadow.
Early game, runes are the best spots to ward. Runes are the best spots.
Ask and you'll
Here.
receive.
Because if they have a really strong, this is another thing I do, is I assess. So as soon as I start the game, I'm like, alright, do they have a really strong tri lane and we have a really weak off lane? What's going to happen
Your middle tower
simply
is under attack.
is my off lane is going to get crushed, right? And their tri lane, 2 heroes are going to rotate to gank mid. So what I do at that
Middle tower
time
is under
is
attack.
I make sure that I get vision right here. I put a word here if I can, or I put a word here, right? So you at least get a vision when they're walking in like this. They walk in like this
Passage.
to help mid, or they walk in. You can see this. I don't have a observer ward. Maybe I should just go and get
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle
to show you
tower
exactly
has
what vision
fallen.
it gives. Fuck,
Wait
I
for
can't buy
me.
observers. Oh my
Your
god,
middle
whatever.
barracks are under attack.
So anyway, put a ward here, you can generally see
Confirmed.
people walking, okay? Generally see people walking to gank their mid-hero. At daytime at
Who
least,
needs
probably not
healing?
nighttime. Generally they gank nighttime, but at least you'll be able to see them walk here, wrap around like that to gank
On
mid,
my way.
so stuff like that.
Your
Same
middle
thing
barracks are
if
under
you're a
attack.
Radiant player, right? You want to make sure, you want to assess, alright, will the off lane,
Your
sorry,
middle
will
barracks
their
has
enemy
fallen.
safe lane, dire safe lane gank my
Your
mid-hero?
middle barracks are under
Then I will
attack.
do this. I will go here,
Your middle
and I will
barracks
ward.
has fallen.
Instead of warding rune spot here, I will ward here.
Spiritual journey.
Your middle
Oh
tower
my
is under
god, what
attack.
am I doing? I'll ward here. This gives this entire. This essentially ward doesn't give vision, but if it's an observer ward, we'll see this entire vision.
Travel on.
And what do you say they really are? Doesn't that ward block the big
Shadows
camp?
keep you.
Your middle tower is under attack.
What ward blocks the big camp? Cyclonus already.
I'm with you.
Your middle tower is under attack.
To the wave. For the shadows.
Are you there? I don't know if he's still there. I didn't
Your
even
middle
watch
tower is under
the
attack.
chat at all. Yeah, probably left. I don't know. Anyway, some guy was asking me some question on the chat.
Your middle tower
So that's
is under
basically
attack.
all the support things I can think of. So I will upload this, and hopefully you guys can
Your middle tower is
watch
under
this
attack.
and learn something from this. Hopefully you can support better. Alright.
Your middle